Hello, I'm Young Marine Master Sergeant Daniels, and today I'm here with Quartz Young Marines First Sergeant Daniels, W. Today we're going to be answering a question Mr. Lee, our division commander, has asked the entire division. He asked, what keeps 8 to 12-year-old Young Marines in the program so that they can become higher ranks in the future? What do you think keeps 8 to 12-year-olds in the program?
We give them responsibility. We trust them with things. When they're at school or they're at home, their parents do everything for them, Their teachers don't expect them to know a lot, don't expect them to want to do a lot. They just give them simple things, simple tasks. But here in the Young Marines program, we will give them a squad, we will give them a team, and we will tell them go out and make that team great. And I feel like that motivates them and that inspires them to continue to stay in here and want to achieve higher ranks in the future. When I got into the Young Marines program, I looked up to the squad leaders ahead of me and the team leaders ahead of me and the platoon sergeants and all these ranks. I would look at them and I would say to myself, I want to be that one day. And through sheer hard work and dedication, when I turned 10 and I turned 11 and I turned 12, I started to get those things. I started to become the squad leader and then the guide and then the platoon sergeant. And right now I'm the first sergeant, So all those things, all that responsibility helped me to stay in this program and love it and make it a part of myself.
This is Young Marine Corporal Balance. He is first squad assistant squad leader for our unit. What do you think keeps 8 to 12-year-old Young Marines in the program?
They want to get more ribbons. They want to succeed a lot. They want to learn the knowledge. Most of them probably want to join the military when they're older, so that they probably want more information on that.
Since you've been in the program for about 2 years now and you're now a Young Marine Corporal, what has kept you in the Young Marines program for so long?
Trying to succeed better, trying to beat everything that I done the last drill, trying to look better, trying to keep more discipline, learn more things. I could help the community better that way.
This is Young Marine Corporal Avila. She's one of our newer Young Marines. What do you think keeps 8 to 12-year-old Young Marines in the program for so long?
I think they stay for their experiences and people that motivate them. For example, our platoon sergeant or platoon guide, they help them motivate them and they have someone to look up to. Therefore, they stay because they try to get to that place, try to be them. It's their role model. So they have people to look up to.
This is Young Marine Private First Class Rocha. He is now a team member of First Squad, but he did serve as a team leader for First Squad. What was your favorite thing that happened in our unit last year?
Graduating, of course. The Christmas party, the Fresno parade.
This is Young Marine Private First Class Gomez. He is a team member for First Squad. What is your favorite thing to do in the program?
I like going to encampments sometimes. Well, all the time, and going to this program helps me to be a better leader.
And how old are you?
9, Young Marine Master Sergeant.
And are you planning on staying in the program until 18 years old?
Yes, Young Marine Master Sergeant.
What was your favorite part of last year?
Going to the Navajo Code Talkers Day to celebrate the memories of the Navajo Code Talkers.
I see that you have a lot of ribbons on your chest. What do you think about them?
I think like they just help you through the program sometimes. Like the map and compass, it'll give you the memory of how to do the map and compass training. But I don't have that one yet.
It's okay. So what's your favorite ribbon on there?
Of course, this one.
The basic ribbon?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Thank you for your time today.
Thank you, Young Marine Master Sergeant.
This is Young Marine Private First Class Cortez. He is a team member for Second Squad. What do you think keeps 8 to 12-year-olds in the program for so long?
I think what keeps them in the program for so long is that the other Young Marines, they build bonds like their family, and they like to go to encampments and do different activities with their unit or other units.
I know that you've been in for about 2.5 years and you've met a lot of 8 to 12-year-olds. So what's kept you in?
Well, I came from another unit and my training was a little bit behind, but I transferred to Quartz Young Marines and I picked up my training again, and I started to pay more attention. One thing I like about this unit is that we do like a lot of activities together, and we do go out, and my unit commander, Mr. Chinchilla, he asks us like how we're doing and how's life, are we doing good in school, and he likes to be a part of our lives. That's one thing I like about this unit.
Here I am today with Quartz Young Marines Adjutant, Mrs. Ronnie Bates. Ma'am, what do you think keeps 8 to 12-year-olds in the program?
I think 8 to 12-year-olds are able to look and see what the older young Marines are doing, and it gives them a direction and an end goal of what they're trying to get to. Especially in our program here at Quartz Hill, we keep them engaged. We give them tasks to handle. We give them small leadership roles. And it makes them feel big. It makes them feel important. It gives them a purpose to be in the unit. Because we have expectations of them, it really gives them drive to better themselves, to continue to grow.
Do you think parent involvement in the program is beneficial to these 8 and 12-year-olds staying in?
Yes, I do think that parent involvement helps keep the 8 to 12-year-olds engaged and active in the program. It shows that the parents have faith in their young Marine, and that really helps the younger kids keep that drive to keep going. With my own 2 young Marines in the program, I help them study, and I give them reminders of what they need to do, but a lot of the times it's more of a directional reminder of, well, what have you been told to do, as opposed to me stepping in and holding their hand to get them through it.
I am here today with Quartz Hill Young Marines Unit Commander Christian Chia. Sir, my question to you is, what do you think keeps 8 to 12-year-old kids in the program?
I think when they come in at that young of an age, what's really on their minds is where they're going. They're looking at the senior leaders, whether that's the assistant recruit instructors, and then when they graduate recruit training, when they're looking at their squad leaders and their guide and their platoon sergeant, and then when you take them to an encampment and they see suddenly these mythical figures in the first sergeant and sergeant major roles, they are wanting to be those things. Now, it takes a lot of training to get there. I think why this question has been asked is we need to get them there. We need to keep them interested so that we have those first sergeants and sergeants major later on down the road. So how do we keep them involved? The biggest way is to focus on their leadership at the smaller levels. We teach that team member is really, it's your first leadership position. You have to care for your own gear. It's leadership of yourself. Then we teach team leader, and we really stress and we make sure that we have team leaders that are designated, and they don't change every week. They stay the same for at least a quarter. Those team leaders have team members that they are supposed to lead, and it's only 1 or 2 young Marines, and that's where you start. They move up, they get assistant squad leader and squad leader, and really the 8 to 12-year-olds can fill those roles. Another thing that keeps the 8 to 12-year-olds in the program is ribbons. I use the awards manual as a big part of training. It's part of my vision as a unit commander for the training that our unit conducts, is to open that awards manual and find out what can we do on the unit level, what can we incorporate into a unit encampment. Do we need to go take a trip in order to complete a ribbon? Do I need to bring in a guest instructor from the fire department or some other organization to complete a ribbon? When we make it pretty standard where we're achieving this ribbon or that ribbon throughout the quarter, and suddenly within 9 months of graduating, the young Marine is a young Marine Lance Corporal or a young Marine Corporal, and they have anywhere between 10 and 15 ribbons, they feel achievement. And that, I think, is what's keeping my 8 to 12-year-olds in the program. And I'm very proud to say is we have incredibly high retention. We typically do not lose young Marines, and we have 90 to 100% attendance at drill, every drill. And I think it's because 8 to 12-year-olds, and all of them, see consistent, routine progress that gets them rank, gets them ribbons, gets them responsibility, and makes them feel better about who they are. Let me turn it around on you. You're 15 years old. You've been in this program since you were 9?
8 years old.
8 years old. Why have you stayed in for so long?
I had role models here. At school, you don't get role models, maybe your teacher, but that's pretty much it. Other kids are your age, and the fact that I saw these kids and these young Marines that were 17, 18 years old who are gunnery sergeants and master sergeants, I felt like I needed to be that when I reached that age. It made me feel like if I keep going here, I'm going to reach that goal of getting to that rank, to that position at some point in my life.
Young Marine Master Sergeant, I've been working with you since you were very young in that 8 to 12-year-old range, and it's been a pleasure. It's awesome to see you here, and I'm so proud of the fact that at 15, you still have a good few years in the program, and you're already a Young Marine Master Sergeant. The program works when we use the materials that are within our grasp.